Okay, Army Study Guide, Camouflage, Concealment, and Decoys. What is camouflage, concealment, and decoys? It is used in materials and techniques to hide, blend, disguise, decoy, or disrupt the appearance of military targets and their backgrounds. What Army Field Manual covers camouflage, concealment, and decoys? FM 20-3. It is each soldier's responsibility for camouflaging and concealing themselves and their equipment. That's actually a question. And yes, it is. The primary goal of CCD, or camouflage, concealment, and decoy, is to avoid enemy detection. What 7 rules are critical when considering how to avoid detection or identification? Identify the enemy's capacities. Avoid detection by the enemy's routine surveillance. Take countermeasures against the enemy's sensors. Employ realistic CCD countermeasures. Minimize movement. Use decoys properly. Avoid predictable operation patterns. Any changes in an existing terrain pattern will indicate the presence of activity. Terrain patterns have distinct characteristics that are necessary to preserve. What are 5 general terrain patterns? And you have agricultural, which is farmlands, urban, wooded, barren, and Arctic. What is decoying? Decoying is displaying a false or simulated target within a target scene or in a position where the enemy might conclude that it has been found. Decoys generally draw fire away from real targets. The LCSS is the standard Army camouflage net currently available. What do the stainless steel fibers in the LCSS do? They reduce a vehicle's visual and radar signatures. Stainless steel fibers in the LCSS material absorb some of the radar signal and reflect most of the remaining signal in all directions. The result is a small percentage of signal returns to the radar for detection. So it scatters. The radar scattering capabilities of the LCSS are effective only if there is much space between the LCSS and the camouflage equipment. There must be at least 2 feet of space. When using natural materials to camouflage, it is important to what? Not disturb the look of natural surroundings, and also use materials that are commonly found in the specific area you're in. What are 2 types of cover and concealment? Natural cover, which is hollows, reverse slopes, bushes, and grass, and artificial, foxhole, trenches, walls, buildups, etc., man-made. When do you camouflage a fighting position? You camouflage it as you prepare it. What is cover? Physical protection from bullets, fragmentation, and explosive rounds. What is concealment? Protection from enemy observation. What do you do with the excess dirt when digging a fighting position? You take it away from the position to the rear. One of the key factors of good camouflage is blending. What is blending? Blending is trying to alter a target's appearance so that it becomes part of the background. Generally, it is arranging or applying camouflage material on, over, and or around a target to reduce its contrast with the background. Give several examples of natural materials which can be used to camouflage both you and your equipment. And the obvious answer is leaves, bushes, and grass. How often should you change the camouflage when using natural material? When it doesn't look natural and blend in with the natural surroundings, i.e. the bushes died. How do you camouflage your clothing in LBE? Clothing, LBE, and other equipment will have outlines altered by irregular patterns added to blend with the predominant color of the background in the area. After camouflaging your position, what should you do? Inspect it away from the front, from the enemy's position at least 35 meters forward. What do you do with tracks that lead to your position? You cover or brush them. Where should live camouflage be gathered? As far away as possible from your position so the enemy cannot see that where it's been taken from. What are two types of cover? Natural and man-made. That goes back to the same thing before. What are some examples of natural cover? Logs, trees, stumps, ravens, and hollows. I'm not really sure what a raven is. What are some examples of man-made cover? Fighting positions, trenches, walls, rubble, and craters. Last question. Give some examples of natural concealment. Tree limbs, bushes, grass, and shadows. And that is Camouflaging for Army Study Guide.